Holy cow, something's going on Ross's end. I don't understand it.
Huh?
It's screaming at something. Is it that cat?
Yeah, she has really long nails right now, and she tried to climb on me, and I'm wearing shorts. It's agony.
Oh yeah.
It's the podcast once again. The unexciting but marked moment of episode 100 of
Ooh.
I consider to be a great podcast, but the internet does not.
We hit syndication, baby. Oh.
Yeah, but it's on VH1 at 2 in the morning.
Oh. Just after I love the 90s.
I know. It's a special podcast. Silver has returned once again.
From the bottom of the ocean, Silver joining us.
Screaming from the bottom of the ocean at lab partners that aren't pulling their weight.
As usual.
Ah! Oh, it's a special podcast once again. I had this whole thing made up last week to make fun of you, and you weren't here, and I'm kind of disappointed.
Frankly,
my lab
rude.
partner.
But my lab partner, oh.
I hate her.
It's my lab partner, though.
I'll explain more later and you'll understand. It's gonna be beautiful. Rage I feel.
Well, rage now. What's going on with this lab partner?
Okay, where do I begin? My audio completely crapped out when we were talking before this started, so I don't know how much of that you heard.
Just
Something
screaming.
about a Google Doc.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, it was a Google Doc. We had to make a research proposal on a certain thing. And she'd ask me, like, okay, what do we need done? And I'd tell her, I'm like, you can work on this section because I'm doing this one and this one. She'd show up to the stupid Google Doc, and I took screenshots because I'm enraged. She didn't move her cursor at all or type a single thing for 3 hours at one point, and I'm like, oh, cool, thanks. You're doing amazing work. And she'd keep showing up like that for like a week, and she would not do anything. And you know how you can look back on like the edit history? Again, more screenshots. She did not change a single darn thing. Except until the very end, right before I had submitted it, when she put in spaces between some of the paragraphs. That's all she did. Which messed up the spacing of the essay when it was supposed to be exactly 2 pages. Couldn't go over, and it made it 3 pages.
Sounds like a real brain trust she's got going on.
Oh,
there.
it keeps going.
Oh.
So I have to work with her in the lab, and she'll just stand there and do nothing while I'm performing the whole experiment alone, which is great because that's like 3 hours of my day every week to do that, and she won't do anything. And I have another class with her, because of course I do. Another class requires us to write. We have the option of either doing an exam or writing a paper. And I'm like, I'm writing too many papers already this semester, I'm going to do the exam. I get a text from her the day before the exam, and she's asking me, are you going to do the essay? Can I join you? Are you going to do the essay? I'm like, I'm not doing it. Screw you. It's like, okay, I'll do the exam then. What are you studying for it? Give me all this information. And so I get on a Zoom call with her because I'm not a horrible person and I'm trying to help her out here. And so I'm like, okay, you study this, here's the material, this is what he said about it, because she wasn't there in class that day when he gave all the information on the exam. Anyway, I get to the exam the next day, which is in class, and she never shows up, and I'm just like, that's weird. Okay. And I get a notification on, like, the class discussion board thing, and I thought it was, like, a teacher making an announcement, and I go in and view it, and I see it's her sending out an announcement to everyone in the class, begging people to join the group for the essay, so she doesn't have to do a darn thing. I'm so mad.
Oh no, the news is formatted poorly. I've had similar experiences with classes.
Oh yeah. Classic.
I had
Throughout the news.
a group partner in this was in high school. He basically told all of us at our first group meeting, he said, I'm not doing anything for this. I won't even show up on the day that we have to do the group presentation. So we just completely wrote him out of the group presentation with the expectation that he wasn't going to show up. He didn't. He was true to his word. And we told the teacher what he told us, because part of what we were doing was grading each other. And so we said, this is what he told us, this is what happened, and there you go. So yeah, we got the highest grade. Our group got the highest grade in the class on the presentation, and he got a 0 on it. It was great.
Oh, I have to present with her too. Oh, she's gonna get a scathing review. Oh, I hate her.
She sucks. She's
2
dumb.
exams that week that paper was due, and I'm like, oh, we can get this done pretty easy. I got a partner. She didn't do a thing. I'm so bad.
Wow. Why don't you just be a good partner and help out a fellow woman? I thought women are supposed to be together on these things.
And I did help her out until I realized she was gonna be terrible, and I gave her the middle finger. So
You get the hell out of my face.
We've already established that, as our resident kaiju monster, Silver doesn't quite fit the same mold as female. She does have some male tendencies there, which
you're rage.
they're helpful in destroying cities.
Oh my gosh.
You still belong in the kitchen.
I keep thinking so many times, oh wait, there's more to it. She's like, let me meet you at the library and we can do this. I go to the library, she never showed up. She sends me a message going, how long are you gonna be there? What room number are you in? Oh wait, I'm gonna go home.
Oh my god, this lady is such an ass. Oh my lord.
Who's waiting for her?
That's why group projects are always a poor idea, because professors think it'd be fun, so you're not just working on your own, but the problem is you assume everybody cares. I mean, most people going into college can't even... What was that study? Don't even have a high school reading level entering into college?
Mm.
And they find themselves having to reteach things that they should have learned in elementary school, sort of thing. Like basic paper writing and that. And it's just, if you think going to college makes you smart, you are poorly mistaken.
He is the dumbest person I have ever met.
Yeah, there's a lot of stupid people that kind of fail upward in life.
I was going to say, this is very late in the game for this kind of behavior.
Oh, it is very late. She's like, oh yeah, I'm graduating in a few months here. And I'm like, are you now? You mean off of my work?
If there was any justice at all, no, you wouldn't.
Well, Silver's having a good time. Just the rage. The rage alone.
So much rage. I was there till like 9 o'clock at night.
You're such a good person.
That is where you fail.
You must become hardened to their problems.
Only for immediately afterward to be waiting at the bus stop to make it back to my car and for some guy and his friends to walk by and say something very unscathing toward me. That was fun. I had a great day. Oh yeah, I can't say it here. That would be flagged.
Pervy. I'm hoping pervy.
No, weirdly enough, I don't even know how it equates to me. A term for a person of African American descent.
What?
You are a very white woman, by the way.
Does it require an R in there? Hard or otherwise?
What was that?
Is it an A or an ER?
ER, I don't know. It was so off-putting. I was like, excuse me? And I looked up at him, and I'm like, it's like a movie scene. You know, I'm standing under the one lamplight in the dark. So there is no mistaking that I'm as white as the snow. He says that. And I look up, and he's like, oh, hey. I'm like, hey? He's like, you waiting for the bus? I'm like, no, duh.
I'm here for my health. What?
the
Taking in the
elite,
sights.
the intellectual elite of our world, allowing Silver to continue to see in her little world, as we now learn that she is black.
This is a white guy who
proud of
said
her.
this, by the way.
Oh,
Yeah. I've seen some mysterious videos of white people calling black people the N-word a lot lately. And from the group, you wouldn't think so. But we are here to talk about pop culture. Me and Ross deliberated on what to talk about this week. And it really came down to what we're looking at ahead of time. And what's going on is who cares about the Grammys, which we'll bring up. And also, none of us are watching Star Trek, so it'd be unreasonable for us to review Star Trek. So we're gonna talk about the upcoming year because we had this conversation of, it's like, I mean, you got the drama surrounding the Odyssey, and you got drama surrounding some of the other upcoming stuff, and it's like, well, let's just talk about the future. Considering this is episode 100, celebrated far and wide.
Oh, what about
as it should be.
bentification?
Celebrated far and wide. What an amazing podcast reaching 100, and the clamoring fans in the chat
We're doing great.
congratulating us as I edit this into the border live. So okay, here's a challenge. Not blanket statements, but deliberate conversations about everything that we're talking about.
All right.
But we're looking down the road at the future of movies. And I started to have this reflection of, like, what are we really getting? Because there's a lot of the big tentpole stuff that doesn't seem to look... You know what? Let's get here. Did anyone see Greenland 1, by the way?
I didn't even know it was a movie.
Excuse me?
Yeah. It was sort of... I barely remember this movie. Sort of an apocalypse movie with Gerard Butler, but Greenland 2 is like they're coming out of the bunker after apocalypse stuff. But I think it was environment related rather than I don't remember, dude. This is supposed to be our big movie coming out.
Hey, look, it's that lady from, Greenland 2. It's that lady from, Firefly. I'm glad she's getting money. Anyway.
Marina Beck. She is in the Deadpool movies.
That's right, yeah.
So she's doing all right. Bone Temple. Bone Temple did come out. I remember hearing mixed to poor reviews of number 2. Now, me and Ross famously saw the first one and reviewed it.
Look for that review on this channel. It's a good review. Definitely recommend it.
It's a fun review. We talk about penis a lot.
There's a lot of Wang talk, everybody. Detailed Wang talk.
Conversation.
Anyway.
I think the biggest fault, whether this movie ended up doing pretty well or not, whether or not it's good, is it's hard to get excited to see the sequel to a movie you didn't like.
Yeah.
Right.
And that was the big problem for me. I mean, two problems. One, kind of outside of my control, which is... Rhett, you and I used to live very close together. We no longer do. And in fact, I am like an hour away from the nearest movie theater. And I'm going to be honest with you, the first movie pissed me off so much, I'm not driving an hour for the next one that's directed by someone who's worse than Danny Boyle.
Whose biggest claim to... So it was directed by Nia DaCosta, who famously directed The Marvels that did very, very, very badly. And they spent a huge amount of money on it. And her response to the success of to the failure of the Marvels was to criticize the writing, the writers, and the interference from the studio, when she was on the list of writers for the Marvels.
So she was saying it was all the writer's fault when she was getting a writing credit on it?
Yes.
Oh. Bum, bum,
Well, that's kind of a
bum.
backhanded.
Well, especially when the Marvels was bad. And so I'm supposed to sit here and go, a sequel to a bad movie directed by a director who made a bad movie, who was blaming that movie on someone else's fault and not her own. And somehow I'm supposed to be interested in the sequel. Even if it's good, I'm supposed to be interested in the sequel. And it's not surprising it kind of was a wet fart coming out. 28 years later had so much potential. And it was squandered. And the weird thing is it looks good, and I don't even think that's the director's fault. I think it's because of Apple cameras.
Yeah, all the iPhones on a weird, like, rig that they created.
A swivel camera.
Well, it's like a U-shaped thing that they put around the people. It's really weird.
We had
Wow.
RIP come out. Famously, Matt Damon explained that this Netflix movie, Netflix required them to repeat the plot 3 times during the movie because people are so absent-minded when they watch Netflix movies. They require 3 reminders per movie of what the plot is because people are half paying attention, which is encouraging for the future of film and those who care about the medium, I guess. I haven't seen the RIP. I probably will. I'm mildly interested in, but
Yeah.
I mean,
you know.
that does reinforce that article you sent to us a while back where the teachers at film schools were complaining that the students couldn't even sit through the films that they were required to watch as part of the curriculum.
Yeah. That they lack the attention span to even sit through the movies that they're to watch. Send Help, which should have been already out, a Sam Raimi movie. I haven't heard much from the film. It looks interesting, and I like Sam Raimi.
Yeah. I didn't
Despite,
even know he had a movie coming out this year. That's bad.
yeah, basically it's a really crappy CEO and his assistant crash land on an island, and the assistant's like, "You're not in charge of me on this island." And that's mostly the premise, because he'll order her to do stuff, and she's like, "No."
Yeah.
You go, girl.
At least that's what I got from the trailer. Snap, snap, go get him, Rachel McAdams.
Yeah.
Ooh, girl.
So looking down the line, Crime 101, Goat looks meh. I think it's the same people that did. It's about playing basketball, but Goat is literally a goat playing basketball. Yeah.
Awesome.
Great.
Oh my gosh.
Wuthering Heights, everybody. Another Margot Robbie vehicle to try and make us seem that she's very good as an actress.
Yeah, this movie probably has, of the ones so far, is the one I've heard the most about coming, like, in the lead up.
I've seen a lot of advertisement for it.
Yeah, and there's been a lot of chatter on it, even like a year ago. Well, a year ago now. Like with the production and like some of this like artistic choices. I mean, even the fact that Margot Robbie was cast because she's like, and this isn't a slight, like she's kind of old for the role. Like this character shouldn't be this old. I mean, she looks great. I'm not saying that, but like, frankly, this should be like a 20-something, and Margot Robbie is not. But anyway. It also got heat from morons on the internet because the one character wasn't cast as a black guy, even though that's when they say like
England was full of black guys.
Well, yeah, they hear like dark and they immediately assume dark skinned, and it's like no, they mean like a guy that has a tan and dark hair.
Yeah,
he looks like a gypsy. Anyway,
whenever I think of Margot Robbie, I think of Jim Carrey. He was on a talk show with her, and he was congratulating her in the movie. He's like, "Oh, you were great in that." She's like, "Oh, thank you," especially considering the clear physical deformity that you've been forced to overcome.
Yeah.
And then she gave this like real eye roll, like, ugh. It's like how difficult it must be for you to get roles considering your physical appearance.
So Jim Carrey?
Jim Carrey said this to her face.
Oh my god!
I know. Almost like,
Jim.
"Oh, you're really famous because you're attractive, by the way." We got-
that's got to rub certain celebrities the wrong way when people are just so attractive they fall into roles. Where Jim Carrey, I'm not saying he's a bad looking dude or anything like that, but he definitely is not resting on like his looks to get into movies and stuff.
Well, I'm not saying look, I haven't seen a lot of Margot Robbie stuff. Her acting is okay.
Yeah.
But I will say if somebody ever got into movies because of how attractive she was, it was her.
Yeah. Totally.
Yeah.
It
Which,
just is.
That's the business, baby.
Yeah, no one wants to see fugly people. Except in video games.
Yes.
Apparently.
I don't know. So great.
We got a Elvis Presley in concert movie coming out. The Sheep
By Baz
Detective.
Luhrmann.
Yeah. By Buzz Luhrmann. It looks interesting if you're an Elvis fan, but nothing really stands out as a Sheep Detective, where essentially Hugh Jackman dies really
Hugh
early.
Jackman, yeah.
I've seen the
And the
trailer
sheep
for that. and
solved the case.
Yes.
I'm hoping that'll be good.
Well,
Yeah.
I don't think it will be.
No,
I
but I
have
hope.
faith in the sheep.
I have a feeling there's going to be a lot of really stupid jokes in that, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Sheep!
Scream 7, continuing the Scream saga because we didn't say what we needed to say in the first
Die.
Scream.
That should have died years ago.
Probably should have ended at the first one, like most things.
Yeah.
But anyway. A Maggie Gyllenhaal film. What?
Yes, The Bride with Christian Bale playing Frankenstein.
Hey.
Oh,
Okay.
I forgot about this.
Apparently, Netflix, because this is a Netflix movie, told the star of this, believe it's Jessie Buckley, that they didn't want her for the role because she didn't have an Instagram presence.
Oh my god. Yeah. Who wasn't it Ethan Hawke's daughter, who's Maya Hawke, that said something similar?
Experience better rest for less.
Yeah, something like that.
Or maybe it was just Ethan Hawke talking about his daughter telling him that. And it's like, what?
And shop the
The
president's
state of Hollywood. Stupid ad.
Sleep Center. Save up to 500.
I'm trying to mute. Okay, now we shouldn't have that problem. Anyway, it's like The Bride of Frankenstein. And I just...
the 30s.
Yeah. I don't know.
You know what?
Maggie Gyllenhaal being the director, but who knows?
Hey, you know what? I'm going to be honest. And that's now, so far, the one I'm most interested in. And it's kind of not even close. I think
Here's
The Rick would be the
Frankenstein.
next best.
Franken Bale.
Franken Bale.
Frankenbale. My favorite.
Hoppers, there's been some early warnings that this wasn't going to be good or wasn't going to do well. It looks like I'm going to hate this movie.
Yeah, it looks like it has a lot to say, despite being a children's movie about fucking gophers.
Yeah, for some reason became an activist film that's almost copying Avatar, that's about causing a revolution among the animals.
Yeah, to stop a land developer. Brilliant.
Hey, Fern Gully again.
Hey kids, remember Fern Gully? Hey, do you remember Animal Farm? Anyway, I'm betting it's going to be kind of like that, but dumber.
Reminders of him, Project Hail Mary, Ready or Not 2, Here I Come, Super Mario Galaxy movie. This looks like more Super Mario. It's going to be just like the other one.
It's going to make $1 bajillion.
Kids will like it.
Yep. Good for them. Something needs to.
We got that Mummy movie coming.
Oh, I didn't know they were doing that. That seems interesting.
The Mummy.
The Mummy. Oh, Mummy.
I'm not going to sit through your sponsor.
That's fine.
Charlize Theron.
Oh. Her action hero bag? Oh, God. No, I don't need to see that. I like Eric Bana.
Another African actor coming to grace our screens.
Well, it's too bad they didn't put this out in Black History Month. I mean, being an
Yeah.
African that she is.
One of the famous African actors.
Yeah.
We have a Michael movie. The fact that I haven't heard a lot about this makes me concerned it's not going to do well.
Yeah, I do like, for the most part, what I've seen of Antoine Fuqua. I like what he's done, but I know he's done a lot of stuff, so that's not necessarily saying a lot. But
The Devil Wears Prada 2, The Prodigy.
The
oh,
prodigy.
uh-oh.
You're still not going to Paris.
Do you think they'll find them in Paris?
Maybe. Just as a background, because I know a lot of women have seen Devil Wears Prada, Silver.
Haven't. I don't know the first thing about this movie.
So,
Also the name of a band.
So The Devil Wears Prada is about a lady who's this horrible fashion dictator who treats everybody poorly and is kind of a dominant force in the fashion universe and is actually based off an actual person. But they changed the name to avoid being sued, which she still got really pissed off about that movie. I don't know why.
Weird Cruella de Vil movie, the live action they made. It's
Yeah.
basically that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know why we're
Cool.
continuing on with a
it's
sequel.
super ripped off Devil's Wear Prada. Yeah. Because Rhett, we are reaching the bottom of the barrel and we need help. Please,
Well, and
God, help us.
I think that's a sign of what we're looking at is there's a lot of meh to why are we making this movie? Devil Wears Prada, like how old is that?
What,
It's a couple
2008,
years.
7?
Does Anne Hathaway got nothing better to do?
Let's
Probably
see.
not.
2006.
Yeah, so
Oh,
20
wow.
years ago,
That's
The Devil Wears Prada
Holy crap.
came out. And we're getting a sequel where Anne Hathaway is still like, I didn't go to Paris or something.
The bears.
Maybe she's starting a rival company, Rhett.
Oh
maybe-
my gosh.
Maybe, I don't... what else can you do about that? It's just... Yeah, people being bitchy about fashion. Like, look, I get the appeal, but if they made this for more than $30 million, they've made a mistake. And I guarantee you they made it for more than that.
Well, Emily Blunt's back as well, who at the time was not a very big actress and is now a lot bigger.
Yeah.
She was kind of the bully to Anne Hathaway's character in Devil Wears Prada.
Oh, sure.
Let's see.
More-
Devil Wears Prada 2 is estimated to be between 100 million, 150 million.
What? Oh my god!
It's all that
They're gonna make
CG.
that money back.
It's all that CG in the film is what we're dealing with.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Literally
that
the
was
first
their
three
budget.
names.
Their projected earnings is 600 million globally. I don't think they're gonna make it.
Look, I'm not saying it's not possible, but goddamn,
White women,
Superman
though.
didn't make that.
White women might drag themselves out for Devil Wears Prada too.
It's true.
Maybe.
Yeah, they made Wicked happen.
They made Barbie happen. That movie sucks.
That's true. This
Listen,
one is. It really seems like one of the movies that missed its window of opportunity. You know what I mean? If the original movie was 20 years ago, and they're
Yeah.
just coming out with a sequel now, holy
been
We've
doing
got
that
this
lately,
brand. Some of these actors have got nothing happening. We're just gonna reboot it temporarily. Hopefully
studios got nothing
nostalgia.
happening.
Hopefully nostalgia will carry it forward in some weird way.
Mm.
yeah. I
And
mean,
it
that's
might.
gotta
I-
be all that they have because
Could be
Mo-
real wrong. It could make so much money, but I
we got a Mortal Kombat 2. That's right, sequel to the other Mortal Kombat movie that came out during COVID.
and was
Um,
okay.
I don't see the main character. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't see the main character from the first one. And Carl Urban plays a character who should be much younger. Even though I like Carl Urban.
Yeah, the one guy, what was his name? Cole.
Yeah. Whose superpower was I can get hard skin.
Yeah, because he was
Really
a
good way to put that.
boxer.
I had to add. Well, it's not like we started out this podcast talking about the drama with the Olympics and injecting acid into peens, Ross.
Huh? No, listen, that's we're saving that for later. We're finishing with that, as you should.
That secret banger of a topic. Stick around for conversations about acid injected into peens.
Oh yes.
Genuinely, I'm quite excited for Mortal Kombat 2. I forgot
I
that was
liked
coming
the
out this
first
year.
one.
Mm-hmm. And the trailer was really good for this one.
It looks fun.
Yeah.
Mandalorian Grogu is the most cynical. We've got nothing going on for Star Wars, and so we're going to lean into the thing that was popular, but stopped being popular in the last couple seasons.
You just need more
Quick.
Pedro Pascal.
Yeah. Hey,
Hopefully,
this
he
is the
keeps
first
his
I'm hearing
mask
that
on.
Jeremy Allen White's in this.
He is.
That's weird. I'm scared for him. He shouldn't be in this shit.
He is Rhoda the Hutt, son of Jabba
what?
the Hutt.
Oh.
Oh.
That's a fun role. I will grant him. It's fun to play a big pervy slug.
Uta Bota Solo.
Good
Wookiee
for you.
nipple
You're a big
pinchy.
pervy.
Super uninspired name. A third season didn't do it any good because it sucked. Turning this fourth season into a movie, this movie's going to make like $100 million and be a big pisser. And it's our first outing in Star Wars in the theater since 2019. The hell are we doing over at Disney?
Well, this should tell you how bad
Failing.
everything they've done is. That they're trying to bring Grogu to here. To those who missed the giant freight train that was The Mandalorian, The Mandalorian season 1 is pretty good. It's fun. It's got this adventure element to it, and then they introduce this wide-eyed character that kind of looks like Yoda that everybody called Baby Yoda, and the internet exploded with squealing white women and children obsessed with this character. But naturally, the plot graduated to eventually he has to give up this kid, whatever's right for the kid. But the thing is, you can't because he's too popular.
Yeah.
Despite the fact this kid eats baby animals. But it's cute because he's got big eyes, so whatever. It's like that thing you see online with the guy who's really hot and they make a fake account for him where it's like, I just got out of prison for beating my girlfriend, and he gets a lot of DMs of like, I bet you didn't mean it, sort of thing.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, but Baby Yoda's cute, so we can excuse horrible war crimes.
Yeah, but the abuser's not, so.
And even season 2, which I thought is better than most people reviewed it, I thought it was all right, despite the pandering and that sort of thing. Season 3 was terrible. And they can't get past season 2 ended where he turned Grogu over to Luke Skywalker. Luke Skywalker, who just failed to train this kid and gave him back to the Mandalorian.
I give up. Take him.
To the point where we have they're doing flips with a puppet so that the puppet's training to be a Mandalorian in the 3rd season.
Oh my god.
It's really bad. It's really bad. And that's because they don't know how to move past this character. They didn't realize it would be so popular. They were scrambling to come out with like toys for this thing when it first came out season 1. Because they're like, oh my gosh, he's really popular. Let's get as many toys. And now we have this moment where we're all squealing. Oh my gosh, at least Andor stayed serious and made a serious show and then ended without doing some goofy gimmick. But this show look, Mandalorian is a boring, dull character. Grogu's the one that everybody's showing up for. And we're going to get this character to dominate Star Wars forever into the future. Because they can't let him go.
I think this will be the nail in that coffin. I'm going to be honest with you.
Because if this movie, if all of those kids squealing when he got on screen are now like in high school or older, and I don't think they're going to be scrambling to come out to watch this film.
No.
Because I remember
Especially
my
not if they've
nephew
kept up with the show.
Well, I remember my nephew getting excited when Baby Yoda would show up on screen, and it's like he's out of high school now.
Yeah.
Like he's not like, dude, Baby Yoda.
Yeah, those days are gone.
Freaking Baby Yoda, you guys.
You want to know the cost?
What's that?
Cost of the movie?
Yeah,
Oh,
166.4 million.
that we know of.
yeah. And if it wasn't filmed in Britain, we'll never know the rest.
Yeah.
Nate Bargatze is leaning on his popularity of being a mediocre white guy comedian
Oh,
who's inoffensive. Yeah.
I mean, genuinely, I don't know that guy.
So this is
Oh.
this comedian, and it's basically Mr. Mom, where he's going to stay home and take care of the kids while his wife has a really cool career. And he's like this like, hey, I'm a dad and I'm kind of a goofy dad. This is his comedy. He does comedy specials.
Hey, Rhett,
Yeah.
I see a mark of the beast.
Yeah.
Kumail Nanjiani.
Yep.
Get that lispy dork out of this movie. What the hell are you thinking? Oh my god, get that roided
I went to one of
lunatic
his
out of
shows.
here.
We were invited to go. It wasn't like I've seen his one comedy special that he did, and he was fine. But the weird thing about it was that, like, his show opener, the guy who opened the show for him, was more impressive right off than he was. He came out on stage and he did his thing. It wasn't until towards the end, when he'd warmed up, that he was actually making us laugh. It was kind of depressing at the start.
Yikes, that's not good.
Regardless, the movie's about this different comedian, not the really shitty Kumail Nanjiani. Look, one thing. So we're looking down the road at movies, and this isn't just commenting on the movies we're getting. This is you should start to draw a parallel as we look down the road of these movies that we're drawing on nostalgia, we're drawing on sequels, and then when we get something like a comedy from this guy, it's like my wife wears the pants of the family and has an awesome career, and I'm going to be the kind of doofy dad who's kind of incompetent, who stays home and watches the kids. Every time they come out with a movie that might lean for boys, they make it for girls, and they ruin it. Okay? So let's talk about the big movies. See, weird artsy movie, Christian Bale. Oh, it's The Bride. It's for the girl. So it's an artsy movie, but it's not necessarily leaning for the male audience. Scream, not for the male audience. Sheep Detective, not for the male audience. Wuthering Heights, not for the male audience. Goat for young teenage black men. Send Help, make kind of crime is usually for women. The R.I.P. may be for men. Bone Temple, not anymore, unless you're really into peen. Hoppers for children. Reminder Him for women. Project Hail Mary is for women. Ready or Not 2 is for women.
Is it? I don't know. Some of these I don't necessarily agree with you. Horror movies are both.
Horror movies are overwhelmingly a women's thing. Now, men can like them, but women flock to horror movies more than men do. They just do. That doesn't mean men can't like them. Mortal Kombat, Guy, Mandalorian, it's suspiciously supposed to be for Guy, but it's not. It's for little children and women. Breadwinner's not for guys. And then we have Masters of the Universe, a trailer that came out that made everybody go, oh, you know what? This is kind of fun. Action movie. It's a brand that men liked when they were younger. Despite the kind of he-him joke, we kind of went, that's kind of cringy, but I guess I'll wave it off as a joke. This might actually not be the movie you think it is. We've had quotes from the director saying how much he liked Jared Leto as Skeletor,
Hmm.
and how Jared Leto was able to represent toxic masculinity through Skeletor, which makes me think, oh, there is an agenda with this film. That they can't just make a movie for guys. They have to make Skeletor an example of toxic masculinity, and then they have to have He-Man have he/him on his nameplate at work. Oh, so you're just making a shitty movie that doesn't cater to men. And guess what? That's why men aren't showing up to the theater. Congratulations, you've ruined another potential franchise that looked fun, but it's going to end up sucking balls. Or even if it's okay, there's going to be a lot of like, actually, secretly, this is about toxic men or whatever.
Yeah, you'll hear a lot of stuff like after it comes out of intentions.
Yeah, this is what this character represents.
I mean, the thing is when I heard that was coming out, and they were talking about it being here's the trailer, let's go. I already had a bad feeling before I even saw it. It has everything to do with the track record that Hollywood has with recent releases. It has nothing to do with the fact that I may or may not like He-Man. I do. I like He-Man. I've liked He-Man since I was a little kid. I had He-Man toys. But I just don't trust Hollywood anymore. Just don't trust them to deliver me a good movie.
Right. Okay, that's fine. Hollywood has lost our trust. Absolutely. Yeah. But I'm going to talk specifically about what the trailer and what the show's representing. And they're giving us signals that, hey, this fun movie that we thought might be fun for people who might like He-Man or guys that just want a dumb adventure movie, oh, it's probably going to be, at least what they're indicating, probably going to be shitty. Now, there have been movies that have given weird indicators that they're disrespecting the source material and end up kind of coming out okay. Andor had a lot of signals that show was going to be like commentary, like social commentary and this and that. It ended up being fine. But look, there's nothing wrong with prejudging stuff based upon your feelings towards Hollywood. I'm just trying to assess each movie as fairly as I can. And looking down the row, I don't see a 2026 that is setting up to be successful, at least something that I'm remotely interested in. And when you cater movies, this is a problem we've had over and over again. We're making movies catering towards the female end of things, and then when they make male movies, they have to insert female catering things. And then it's like, well, then you're not making stuff for men. And men show up to movies. And they're not bringing their girlfriends if they're not interested. Goodness. Moving on.
I have to say that the visuals from the trailer, so I did watch the trailer, the visuals did look impressive. So based on the visuals alone, I would say if I didn't have this deep distrust for Hollywood right now, I would be impressed by the visuals and think, this may be a movie that I do want to see. But like you said, anyway. Go ahead.
I'm just trying to judge the movie based upon what we have at the moment. If I prejudge Hollywood, I won't see another movie again because Hollywood sucks. Disclosure Day, we don't know much about it. Emily Blunt, maybe aliens are coming and she's a weather person.
Because that's who we get our alien news from, the weather person.
Toy Story 5.
6. It's a little late for that, isn't it?
I don't know what this is. Maybe it's a re-release?
No, it's...
Oh, Scary Movie. That's right. Yeah, that's... Scary Movie hasn't been good for a while either.
Scary Movie hasn't existed for a while. What are we doing?
Well, the Wayne's got nothing to do.
Yeah.
Toy Story 5. Toy Story... I don't think Toy Story's been good since 2.
I haven't seen any of them past 2.
Yeah, I wanted to see 3, and I just never got around to it. I was busy.
Sad
And then I just stopped.
toys.
I'm too old.
Yeah, I didn't care for 3, though I understood it was pretty good. I just didn't like the ham-fisted emotional like line through it. And then they did a 4, and it's like, why do we even need 5? What? Because you can't make something creative or interesting? We're still leaning on our laurels.
In this one, the toys finally get put in the attic and forgotten about.
Time for the trash. Oh wait, we've done that before. Oh,
You know what hasn't aged well visually? Toy Story 1. Visually
No.
redo that and then re-release it. It'll do really well. Just fix Toy Story 1. Supergirl, the one everybody's not excited for, and has gotten a lot of backlash because it looks really bad. Because
Brett,
James Gunn
I've
doesn't
heard-
seem to know how to direct. What's that, Rob?
I've heard from very disreputable sources that some idiots think this is going to be $1 billion movie.
If Superman can't pull $1 billion, what makes them think that Supergirl is gonna?
From
Because
the
woman.
sheer, yeah, and from the sheer magnitude, like the magnetism of Millie Alcock.
Well, because you know what I was begging for? I was begging for a frat party girl who gets drunk and is pissy that her cousin is more popular than her. Because that's a movie I want to see for a superhero movie. Who thought
yeah.
this was a good idea? 20-something girls? Who thought this was a good
Probably.
idea?
James Gunn.
Yeah, James Gunn, but James Gunn's a hack.
James Gunn is also the type that likes to see other men bang his wife. So, on
Ro-
film. Excuse
Ross,
me. I wanna
did you
make that-
know that when they made this first Superman movie, James Gunn, to help the different actors understand how best to understand their characters, didn't give them a synopsis or talk to them about the characters in a deep way. He gave them a mixtape for each of the characters
Oh my gosh.
that was supposed to represent who those characters were emotionally.
What a
You know,
poser.
If the movie had been good and made $1 billion quadrillion, we'd look back on that and be like, "Oh wow, that's really unique and different."
What an auteur.
But because the movie made like barely its budget back, if that, if you include marketing, what a douche.
Record-breaking out of theater.
Yeah, the fastest Superman movie out of theaters. I just, God, what a douche. He sucks.
Jackass 5, where geriatric people injure themselves and it's no longer
Please,
funny.
God, stop. You're too old. 4 was almost too much. I beg you, please stop.
It's not funny anymore, you guys, and we still need money because we don't have careers outside of Jackass.
Well, Johnny Knoxville's making that Fear Factor money now, so
He is making that Fear Factor money, yeah.
yeah.
Minions
Oh,
3.
No.
They're coming for you.
Because Minions 1 and 2 weren't bad enough. We need a third one so kids can mimic their voices.
Good for them.
What, Silver? You're not a Minions fan?
Oh, absolutely not. I'm so sick of these little yellow pills.
No, I know what I'm getting you.
Oh no.
Hey, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Hey, Rhett, didn't we just have a Moana 2 in 24?
This is live action.
And we're doing a live action one now?
Yeah.
Does that seem a little, soon?
Yeah.
If they hadn't have made 2, it wouldn't have been... I mean, it was still... 10 years is a little fast, too, but, like, it feels really strange to me.
I saw a video the other day of a white woman after seeing Moana 2, like,
No, no.
hollering and yelling, connecting to the Polynesian culture because she was so hyped for Moana 2.
Oh my gosh.
We should all know less about each other. This is,
If
What?
you're just gonna do this stupid stuff with the going from cartoon to live action, do the live action, you morons.
I am Moana.
You're welcome.
As far as Disney stuff to come out, Moana 1, not 2. It's probably the best of the recent Disney stuff.
Yeah, listen, I will unashamedly tell you, one of the hardest laughs I ever had at a movie is Moana 1, when he's like half shark still. I don't know what it was, if I was just tired or it got me so good. I was
Recent
dying
brain
laughing.
damage.
Thank you for doing that for me, but sure.
It's listen, the Bowflex is looking mighty tasty, is all I'll say. All right.
All right, Ross, the Odyssey.
Huh?
Now, me and you have avoided talking about the Odyssey. Not avoided deliberately, but okay. Before we get into this, so this is the big movie coming out. It has already sold like 100 million in pre-sales, and the movie hasn't even remotely gotten close to coming out.
Jesus Lord.
It's a big Christopher Nolan movie. Now, let me anger everybody who's obsessed with Christopher Nolan by saying, in my opinion, Christopher Nolan's kind of a hit and miss, mostly miss.
Yeah.
I didn't like Interstellar. I'm sorry. I thought it was bad. I wasn't really a fan of Inception. I thought it was trying to be clever, but it was mostly being dumb. I've liked his Batman movies, but they're not perfect. Dark Knight's probably one of the better ones, but Batman Begins is also really good. Rises has problems.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not a big Nolan shill. I'm just not. I think he does interesting things. Like, I liked Oppenheimer. I didn't love Oppenheimer. I liked it. I thought it was good.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't, if I would have told that story to be different. But Nolan at least does interesting things. So even movies I didn't like, they're interesting. Interstellar is still an interesting movie.
Yeah.
Inception's still interesting, even if it's kind of up its own butt.
Mm-hmm.
But we've got the Odyssey coming out, and there was a lot of hype that Christopher Nolan's going to take this seriously. I mean, even when he did Dunkirk, he had to do it weird and auteur-y. You know what I mean? Where it's like the story's kind of told slightly backwards.
Yeah, like the timing of everything, how everything's laid out chronologically, you mean? Yeah.
Well, and that's what's so funny, because when you point at Dunkirk is done so... there's a deliberate effort to be as historically accurate as possible, and even when they made historical inaccuracies, there were explanations for it. Because I know that they used the wrong type of painting on the German fighters. That they didn't paint that yellow stripe on it until after the Battle of Dunkirk, like later on in the war. But the explanation was so that they could see the German fighters clearly as opposed to the British fighters and that sort of thing. So I understand there were justifications and whatnot. But for the most part, things were accurate. Yeah. And then we get to the Odyssey. A lot has been said about the Odyssey. Most of the shrugging at having problems with what this movie looks like is, but it's a fake whatever. It's a fantasy, so why do you care? Well, it's a fantasy about actual people who lived in the actual Bronze Age, where we actually know what they look like and what their armor looks like.
Yeah, and what their buildings should look like. And
not only that, but it's a well-known story, and it has... it's one of the oldest stories in existence. We know that much about it. It's been studied for hundreds of years.
Thousands.
Yeah.
Thousands of years. This is a very, very old story. I mean, if they wanted to do the oldest they could find, they could do the Epic of Gilgamesh or something. But even then, the Odyssey is sort of a classic myth that exists within Western society through the Greeks on through Roman culture and through the Western society. So we know the Odyssey intrinsically, the Odyssey and the Iliad, written by Homer, but probably verbally shared before that. I've read the book. I've read the Iliad. I did papers on the Iliad in school and stuff. So we know what Bronze Age culture looks like. I'm going to be magnanimous to some degree and say, hey, I'm not that bothered by changing the armor, despite the fact that Agamemnon looks really bad. I'm not going to be that picky, because they don't even really look like armor at the time. They look more like they're trying to be Spartans from 300, but fine. Fine. I am bothered by the ships looking like Viking ships as opposed to actual triremes that would have existed at the time. Why we have to make their ships look like a completely different culture is baffling to me.
And like several
that is
thousand
weird.
years off.
And it wouldn't be that hard. Just make the ship look different. It doesn't change the story. It doesn't bother anything. You can make it look cool. Triremes are cool.
Yeah. As is evidenced by Troy.
Well, and to be fair, the Viking ships are actually much more advanced.
Yeah.
The reason why the Viking ships were so awesome is not only were they durable, can travel long distances, but they laid shallow in the water and they could take them up rivers. There's a whole reason why they wouldn't be sailing those type of ships at this time. Naval warfare was completely different. That's why they would have something like a trireme. But okay, the ships are completely inaccurate and not the ones they would have used. All right, fine. The architecture doesn't even look like Greek architecture.
You love the brutalist Greek architecture, right? With it almost looks like it hasn't loaded in yet.
By the way, Greek columns and Roman columns look completely different. These don't even look like Greek columns.
No,
Ross is right. They have a brutalist angular feel to them, like he's doing a artsy interpretation of the Odyssey. Okay, that really bothers me. That's not that hard to get correctly.
Well, those things literally still exist.
Right.
You can go see them right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Still standing in Athens.
like, it's not that long of a plane ride, especially for someone who lives in, I don't know, the UK.
Yeah.
Really not that long.
No.
So, and I guess that's my thing. Like, okay, you're making these artistic choices, but then this is the guy who tries to like ground everything as much as possible. And it's like that. I mean, he made a Batman movie look like Chicago. Okay, I mean it worked, but this you can't have like, well, I'm just taking artistic choices and then have it look like gritty, grounded, like the 2010 Robin Hood movie. Like, what are we doing? Like, it's just, I can buy one or the other. You can't have both, you know?
Yes.
It just drives me nuts.
Go artistic with the visuals, but they're acting like this is a gritty movie and also taking massive liberties with everything else.
Including some of
The
the casting.
Now, let's be as delicate as we can. On principle, when we know what these people look like, believe you should cast accurately to the cultures at hand. And it's disrespectful to try and make a Greek culture, especially people at that time that were very tribalistic, to try and make them very diverse when they wouldn't have been. It's baffling that you feel the necessity to diversify a culture that wasn't. I mean, the Greeks survived to this day for thousands of years because they didn't like intermingling with other races. They just did.
Yeah,
so,
I mean, like, what was it? I forget what it was called, but where it's like the proper area to be is like the latitude of Greece, and then as you go north and south, it's more wrong, right?
Yes. Yeah.
You're more barbarian.
And it's like, it would be very unlikely for them to interact with very many black people. Some. Now you might go, oh, well, Africa's right there. And it's like, well, Egypt were different than sub-Saharan Africa.
Very big distance between Egypt and the sub-Saharan.
Northern Africa was actually not very black back in this time. It was mostly Phoenicians, I'm sorry, that settled Northern Africa. You might have some, but not very many. But we have a very diverse culture. I mean, they interacted more with very light-skinned people to the north of them than they did so much. And it's like the Greeks encompassed a lot of ancient Anatolia, or today Turk. It's like, well, you should have Turkish people, but it's like they were all Greek. Like the Greeks owned Turkey. It wasn't until later that the darker-skinned people from other parts of the Middle East moved in. These areas were very different. So I'm setting this up to say, okay, we have a very diverse group with Zendaya being involved, and it looks like people are still claiming it's a rumor, but it looks like we have a black lady playing Helen of Troy, and she's an attractive lady.
Oh yeah,
She's
yeah.
just not Helen of Troy.
No.
And then
It was described in the book very distinctly.
Yes, very distinctly. And then you have the inevitable criticism of like, well, you have Matt Damon in this movie and he's not Greek. And it's like, look, the Greek were lighter skin. So mixing and matching people across the lighter skin, whatever. But hey, that criticism's fair. Let's just make them Greek. Just cast Greek people. Fine. If you want to be as accurate as possible, it doesn't bother me that you go, well, Matt Damon's not Greek. And it's like, that's true. Make him Greek. Cast a Greek man. Whatever.
Yeah, you know what's funny? Because I was going to make that point. I'm like, you know what? I mean, even the ancient Greeks would look at like Matt Damon or even Charlize Theron and be like, I don't know
very
about
light
you.
skinned. Greeks are much more olive. Yeah.
Yeah. Weirdly enough, I think John Bernthal may be the best cast as far as that
Yeah.
goes.
Little Italian in him. Yeah.
Yeah, like the he's got that Levantine Jewish blood in him.
Yeah, a little bit. Because it's like, well, why are you... And it doesn't have to be extremes. Simply because you go, oh, well, you know, the Greeks might be a little bit more olive skin or maybe a little bit more Italian or something. We got a bit very specific. But simply saying that doesn't mean we have to go to extremes of like everything is diverse as much as possible 100%.
Yeah.
What? That doesn't make any sense. Genuinely baffling that we feel like we have to dramatically diversify everything all of the time. And if we're not... my problem isn't even the diversity. My problem is the inaccuracy. Because you'll get some dumbass who goes to school who's walking away going like, well, the ancient Greeks were really diverse and everybody was diverse back in the day. It's like, they weren't, though.
No.
Accuracy does kind of mean something. And then we got some idiot going, because people will sit here and think, well, people understand it's different, but this is artistic liberties. They won't understand. People are very stupid.
Yes. As is evidenced by the how people viewed the Founding Fathers after Hamilton.
I had arguments with people being like they weren't that diverse. It's like, yes, they were. It's like, no, they weren't.
No. No. And, well, but Hamilton was an immigrant. It's like, yeah. Scotch, he was Scotch. He's like a British.
He was Scotch
man.
English,
like,
yeah.
Yeah, like, what do you... Well, but he came from the Caribbean. It's like, yeah.
Because
they were merchants.
They were merchants and slave owners.
Like, they're not the kind you're thinking, actually. Actually, the kind you hate. But,
he actually participated in the slave trade and traded slaves for his wife.
Oh, my God.
But no, diversity or whatever. And then it's like, look, taking taking artistic liberties, making the cast diverse. Okay, why is the King of England white?
Yeah. Exactly.
If we're just going to go
like
for diversity, right? If we're going for diversity, why is the King of England white? Or is there a message? And that's the point with the Odyssey. It's not even just the diversity. It's it's inaccurate. Well, whatever. It's inaccurate diversity. Well, then how come all of the non-white characters, the diverse characters, if you will, are suddenly like the most important, most beautiful people? Helen of Troy is supposed to be the most beautiful person in the Greek kingdom, and that's why this war was started over her. How come the King of England has to be white because he's the bad guy, and he's the bad guy, white guy? And it's like, it becomes so obvious, and we're so exhausted of this sort of casting. We're so tired. And it's always so one-sided. I mean, how many times have you seen a black-centered movie, and then they change it the other direction? You don't.
No.
Yeah. Because there's deliberate racial decisions with this. I don't care if the movie's diverse. I care that it's inaccurate. That's why we beefed about the armor. That's why we beefed about the architecture and the boats and all these other things. I have no problem with casting Greeks or leaning into that, people who look Greek. But even then, if you cast a lighter-skinned person, black person, wow, that's really different than what they would have looked like.
And
let's remake Hidden Figures, but swap all the black ladies out for white ladies.
No, Asian.
Yeah, Asian.
Okay, Asian works.
Well, and you know what? I was just thinking, Rhett, there's a movie I was thinking of that kind of, I don't want to say casted blind, but like it there was some casting in it that wouldn't have made much sense if we were thinking historically, right? But it was still a good movie. And granted, part of the reason why is because it's technically a romantic comedy. But that movie is 1993's Much Ado About Nothing. Do you know why that felt so different? Because that has Denzel Washington in it, playing an Italian, supposedly. Or a Spanish man? I forget which. It's because that feels like a play. They made it feel like a stage play, right? And it was a very cheap movie in the grand scheme of things. I think, adjusted for inflation, it's like a $17 million budget. Nothing. Okay. Whereas this is a multi-$100 million film, an epic by Mr. Nolan. And it's just like, this is, I don't know. Like
this is the big hyped movie this year.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And
like I said, it's neither fish nor fowl is the biggest problem with that.
I think you're right. You remind me of Romeo plus Juliet, and it's like, oh, well, they don't look Italian because it takes place in Italy. And it's like, yeah, but my issue isn't the race because it's like modernized. And they have a bunch of Hispanics in it and stuff. And so changing the setting and artistically, so suddenly the race doesn't mean anything because it's sort of updated to this like gang warfare thing. It's like, okay, then whatever. Like, it doesn't bother me. If you're trying to make it historically accurate, then they should be Italian-ish.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And that's why nobody had a problem with West Side Story.
Yeah. They made it for that modern, well, at the time.
Yeah.
For the America of the 50s and early 60s. Yeah, it's just, I don't know. If it was more stylized, but you can clearly see it's not. I mean, just by the way some of the shots in the trailer look. But then the architecture and I almost want to say like I can kind of see what he's maybe going for, but it's not going to work.
Well, at least not for me.
No, not for me. It's going to be really hard to look at for me. And frankly, this is going to be a hot take.
These don't look like Greek
those
boats.
Triremes. Oh, wait.
Look at these Viking ships.
This is going to be my hot take, Brett.
Uh-huh.
And I'm perfectly willing to be wrong. I have a feeling that the disconnect between the visuals and like the artistic and like the direction visuals and the like gritty look and feel of the movie, it's going to make it feel cheap.
You might be right.
I might be wrong. I'm perfectly willing to be wrong, but I think it's going to look and feel cheap because of that.
Oh, and here's a by the way. These visual elements, like the casting changes with this gal as Helena Troy and stuff, only serves to create divisiveness and anger and ingenuine racists to make racist comments and that sort of thing. You can have a good movie with a very diverse cast, inaccurately cast. You can't have an historically accurate, gritty, realistic movie if you're inaccurately creating bad boats and bad armor and bad casting. And because from my perspective, Christopher Nolan's kind of hit and miss, that a movie that I should love is suddenly like, I don't know about this. Because I love this period of time in history. I'm not a classicist necessarily, but I did study Greek and Roman history, as you should get your classics down. Yeah, I look, I realize I'm going to be in the minority. Someone's going to sit and be like, you didn't like Interstellar. You freaking don't have a heart. And it's like, I guess.
Or Rhett, they'll hit you with the, well, you just didn't understand it.
Oh, you're media illiterate. I get it. Because the movie's good if you understand movies.
Yeah. See, if you're smart like me, this movie's actually brilliant and amazing. Because I understand what it's really saying.
But if you're dumb. Oh.
But if you don't like it, it turns out you're just a big dumb idiot and therefore less than human.
Well, okay, so let's say I am a big dumb idiot. All right.
Oh, huh?
Making high-minded, smart, and intelligent movies that can't reach big dumb idiots like me, right?
Right.
Makes it difficult for your movie to be successful because there are a lot of big dumb idiots out there who just don't quite get what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's very true.
Memento's pretty interesting movie. A lot of people struggle to understand that film. So Memento's not a movie that everybody's going to love because too many big dumb idiots don't quite get it. I understood Tenet, and nobody understands that movie.
Yeah.
I have a question for you.
Yes.
So we have this. Let's say this accurately. If you look at the average viewer of movies, they're not geniuses. On average, they're probably big dumb idiots. So what would you bet that the people who sit there going, "Oh, you just didn't understand it themselves, and just want to appear smarter because they actually need that ego boost"?
Ross,
majority.
do you remember how many times Chris Stuckman had to watch Blade Runner before he understood it?
Oh my god.
Forget that?
I remember him saying that. I do not remember the number.
It was multiple times before he
Oh,
felt
my
like he
Lord.
understood that. He's like, I didn't like it. And I don't think I understood it. But after watching it multiple times, I want to say it's like 3, 4, 5. And it's like, if you have to see a movie 4 or 5 times to understand the movie's written poorly, and it's written in such a way that the audience can't understand it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And, not to get derailed, but like, and maybe I'm an idiot because I didn't understand its depth, but like, Blade Runner's not that hard of a movie to get.
Well, there's not a lot of dialogue in it. It's mostly tone and theme. And
yeah, like it's not to say it doesn't have anything to say. It does, but like, what? That movie's kind of simple. It may be a hard movie to get through. I'm perfectly willing to hear that from like, fine. I love it. And I can have that movie just on and be very happy. That movie does a lot for me. However, I would totally get it if, like, somebody... Anyway, don't want to derail. But, yeah, it's just... And that's a thing I've been hearing more and more lately, especially online. To excuse mediocre to bad movies. I've heard it about Sinners. I've heard it about 28 Years Later. I've heard it about... Oh, God. I think even Superman... Which is just shocking.
I wonder what where that attitude comes from. The idea that it's this weird strategy to demean people for not liking something as being stupid.
Yeah, you know what I think partially what it is? It's to try and act like you didn't just enjoy it for key jangling. You know what I mean? Like the movie, what it actually did for this person was it jangled keys at them, and they went, "Hey, yay!" And then they had to like go back and be like, "Actually, this is a really smart movie. It's really brilliant, and you just didn't get it."
Well,
That's what I think.
There's a degree of this insider art elitism that seems like this coming from that attitude. Of, well, you just didn't understand the movie. I know there are a lot of movies out there that people love, just genuinely love. And they go, "Oh, this is one of the greatest movies ever. You'll like it." Believe it or not, even one of the mostly loved greatest movies, like objectively most people love that movie, there are going to be people that don't like it. You might struggle to understand why. And there could be a myriad of reasons. Taste, whether or not they were into the story, whether or not a myriad of possibilities, but not every movie is going to be loved by 100% of people. And simply demeaning people for not enjoying a piece of art doesn't encourage them. See, that was always the biggest problem with a lot of whenever people said they didn't like something, to go after their motives, to attack people personally. And it's like, you do realize that doesn't succeed in them liking a movie. That just makes them more pissed off.
Yeah.
It's like, oh,
you're a good sales tactic.
You don't like the Odyssey, you're racist. That's so your strategy is to demean the other person's person as being racist, so that anything they say sounds illegitimate, sort of thing? Is that the goal?
Yeah.
And then are you hoping secretly in the background somebody goes, well, I'm not racist. I'm going to see this movie and like it because I'm not racist. I'm not. But the problem is those strategies were successful 5-10 years ago, but they've died now. Everybody who gets called names for not liking something, the amount of people that were accused of misogyny for not liking The Last Jedi, baffling.
Okay.
But that didn't succeed in creating more interested viewers. It just sort of drew more distinctive lines and made the audience more separated, because now it's like, well, you're all bigots and misogynists because you don't like Last Jedi. And then the rest of the audience are like, well, I hate it because it's bad. And then they don't talk to each other. It doesn't grow your audience, and it's not a successful argument to encourage somebody to see it. Like if there's a movie I really want somebody to see, I don't go, hey, Ross, I like this movie. You should see it. And you go, no, I don't like this part of it. And I was like, you bigot piece of shit. Instead of going, well, it does this thing, or trying to be more persuasive, instead I'm like, you suck balls, you piece of shit.
How dare you?
That's a great sales
Sure, you're not
tactic.
like
I
this
think it'll
thing
work
that I
out.
like.
That doesn't encourage people to see your movie. Like, I don't know what the point is.
Mm-hmm.
You want to see that movie now, Ross?
I think I'm going to skip it still. Mostly just to aggravate you.
Because now you hate me because I've been going after you because you won't see this movie.
Yeah.
There's an Evil Dead movie coming out.
It's really funny that there's a Sam
Yeah, Sam Raimi
Raimi
movie.
movie, but it's not this one.
It's not this one.
It's really funny to me. I don't know. 2026 is weird.
Of the superhero stuff that has any chance of success, it's probably Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Most likely, yeah.
Yeah.
See, Flower Vale Street. Producer J.J.
the guy
Abrams.
that did It Follows. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, and JJ. Mark of the Beast. Uh-oh.
Anne Hathaway, Ewan McGregor.
Uh-oh, Mark of the Beast.
Paw Patrol, the Dino movie, Silver. Up your generation.
Oh my
there.
gosh!
You're a fetus.
Guys, I'm so stoked.
I knew you would be.
Insidious,
Another
the,
Insidious film.
Insidious, the Bleeding World. So that's for women.
Oh.
No, not more Insidious.
Tiptoe through.
Insidious the Red Door was terrible.
Yeah, it was.
Hurtful.
It wasn't good at all.
Uh-oh.
That's heard my qualms about that stupid movie.
Question.
Yes.
Is Clayface based in New York?
I don't know. Its release date is September 11th.
That's why I was asking.
Bum,
no.
bum, bum.
Oh, no.
Remember, Clayface is an interesting character. Let's make a dark, gritty story about this guy who's an actor and obsessed with trying to take on roles and becomes a clay man. And I mean, that's an interesting horror movie with no Batman. Like, someone's got to stop Clayface.
Are they doing this because of the success with Joker?
Joker, probably also Penguin.
Yeah.
Because Penguin's actually very good. We got a Resident Evil movie.
Directed by Zach Kreger, who did Barbarians.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Interesting.
I'm actually interested in that.
Interesting. Digger, the most hyped, weird Tom Cruise stinger trailer of him being an old man with a shovel, and everyone's like, what the hell is this?
Tom Cruise finally let himself be old.
Yeah, he's just embraced it. I'm no longer young. I'm just going to lean into it. Next thing you know, we're going to get Tom Cruise as Dumbledore. Legend of Aang, The Last Airbender.
Let this die. Everybody, just let it... Look, I didn't even watch the original series all that much. But I knew that the Korra one sucked.
It sucked.
Just let it die.
It's bad.
Just give it back to God.
Now that we don't... Here's the weird part. We already have a live-action TV series. Why are we having a movie?
Oh my god, I
Is it
forgot they
tied
even
to
made
the
that.
live action TV series at all, or is this another attempt at a?
I think this is animated.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Dave Batista.
yeah.
Oh.
Assumedly, he's going to Batista bomb Aang at some point.
Yeah, he's gonna walk in with his music and do the machine gun thing. Yeah.
Give me what I want. Street Fighter, this actually looks fun.
Yep. I'm quite excited. I will be seeing this film.
It looks like a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
Just lean into the silliness. Cat in the Hat, hopefully it's better than the live action. Oh,
And yeah, the Myers one.
it's
I
not going to
hated the
be.
trailer. I will not see this.
Yeah, I don't.
I'm gonna be
I
honest. This
prefer
is gonna
the live
be
action. It's me.
it's because you're a fetus.
That's your uncle.
Godzilla minus zero. Hopefully they
I-
got at least double their budget, which is not a lot of money.
Yeah.
I want to see this one. I got to be honest.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. There are so few movies that I'm wanting to see this year, but this is definitely one of them that I do want to see.
My favorite is Jason showing up on the podcast and being like, Godzilla minus one's really good. And it was like a year and a half after it had come out. I was like, what are we talking about? Are we going to have this conversation again, Jason? Yeah, it was really good at the time. We told you it
took
was
me a
good.
while to get to it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's a while. Good lord.
Hopefully it's funny. Remember when everybody was like, oh, he did it on only $15 million. And they said that to the director and he was like, I wish we had $15 million. So it was like, even if he doubles his money, it's still a very cheap movie.
Mm-hmm.
So let's hope he pulls off another banger, and really good storytelling and focusing on character and stuff is a better recipe for success than necessarily large bags of money. So I'm rooting for him to pull off another banger. I really am.
I swear that every time I hear about movies like this that do such a good job on paltry budgets, it makes me want to go back to other movies. You know, the first Joker movie did great on a paltry budget. Then they bloat the second budget, and Joker 2 is an abomination. It makes you want to go to them and say, look, what is your criteria here? Because it seems like when you're cutting budgets and you're forcing the directors and everything to be creative with what they can do and how they can get away with it and where they can cut and where they can economize, that you're forcing them to create a better movie. And then when you just toss money in somebody's face, you get the opposite result. So what are you learning from the experience here, if anything?
That was always part of my argument with George Lucas, is his movies are better when he has a smaller budget. And when he had infinite money to do whatever he wanted to, they got worse.
Yeah.
Anyway, hopefully Godzilla minus one. Another Hunger Games movie, because it's not like the last one didn't suck.
I mean,
I'm going to be
I
honest.
like Jesse Plemons and Ray Fiennes.
Yeah, I like Ray Fiennes a lot, despite his involvement in Penis Movie. My problem is the Hunger Games kind of suck. I liked maybe the first Hunger Games. I hated the other ones.
I never even finished them. I never even finished the book series. The ending of the second one pissed me off so much.
Katniss is not a likable person.
No. I literally remember, because I read the second book in a day, and I got to the end where she went like, oh boy, I just don't know which boy I like more. And I was like, ugh.
Just string these poor guys along.
Just slammed the book down. I was like, I'm done. I don't need to read anything else.
I'm going to
Thank
pick the
you.
guy that has cake abilities and can mysteriously disguise himself with his cake powers.
Cake power.
Oh yes, the fondant arm. I remember this.
Where'd you get all that makeup? In the
I found
forest.
it.
It's my food coloring.
He had time to to food color himself and hide in the brush.
He keistered it.
He asked
keistered
for
it.
one of those supply drops. He's like, just bring me some Fonda in those 4 packs of food coloring.
Sequel to Violent Night.
Oh, great.
Who cares?
Nobody. Jumanji 3. I don't like Jumanji anymore.
There
Moving
was a
on.
second one?
Yeah.
Great?
Yeah.
Oh.
And it's dumb because they had the 4 core characters, and when they came back for the second one, different people inhabited the different characters. So now one of them acted more ladylike, and another one was more masculine.
No.
So it's like all the personalities
Yeah.
changed.
It was
Jumanji
supposed to be
3,
one of
I
the
swear this is-
characters' grandpa and like his friend. So it was Danny DeVito and
Yeah.
I forget who also
Rock's-
inhabited the 2 characters. It were just like crazy old men.
Kevin Hart and The Rock are not good enough actors to pretend to be Danny DeVito as well as others.
No,
How dare
Aquafina
you.
was pretending to be Danny DeVito in that one.
Oh, I forgot she was in that. Oh gosh. Yeah, she was like a weird spy or like a thief or something. Just
Yep.
super sneaky.
Regardless, they're bad movies. They're bad. This movie should come out on December 11th. On September 11th.
Oh.
Because it'll be a national disaster.
Oh.
All right, Avengers. This movie has to do well. And there's a desperate
It
need
does.
for this movie to succeed. Like, this is the Hail Mary desperation ploy to reboot the giant Marvel franchise that has died and has failed in the last few films. And there's been a lot of talk of people who are on the inside who say that apparently Disney and Marvel know that they screwed up, that they kind of fumbled the ball and damaged a lot of these characters. With characters that were supposed to have retired are coming back with this desperation ploy, and they're throwing buckets and buckets of money at these people to come back for a return Avengers where we're going to see Thor again, we're going to see Iron Man again, well, Robert Downey Jr. again, and we're going to see Chris Evans Captain America. I don't like reporting on rumors because we don't know for sure. Now, this is coming from a couple different sources who know people, apparently, I don't know their sources, in the franchise. So take this for what it is, as a probable but not guaranteed. But the movie, as we've seen in these little teaser trailers, is going to feature people from different universes, like the X-Men, and apparently we are also going to see Tobey Maguire Spider-Man show up as well.
Oh.
We aren't going to have Tom Holland Spider-Man, at least in this movie. We're going to have Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. And that the plot of the movie, apparently, is that when Captain America went back and returned stuff, because they did all that time travel stuff to stop Thanos, he ruined a bunch of the timelines and created alternate timelines, and it ruined a bunch of universes. And because of that, a bunch of universes have to be purged, because it's sort of there can only be one sort of thing. So a bunch of universes have to go because a bunch of them have been ruined because of the meddling that they did, and which also undermines the Avengers movie Endgame as being really shitty because they were just destroying huge amounts of people so that Tony Stark could have his little girl or whatever. And that you're going to have these different universes fighting to see who survives. And that Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man is going to be just awesome, but his universe will be destroyed and they're going to lose. So they are going to kill off one of the most beloved versions of Spider-Man that started the whole craze of superheroes, the more recent craze of superheroes. And they're just going to kill off Tobey Maguire and everybody else in their universe, and they're all just going to be gone. And the reason for doing this is to show that Doom, Robert Downey Jr.'s Doom, is a threat. So they're just going to start killing off people. We might see that with the X-Men. I think it's believed that the X-Men are actually going to kill off Tobey Maguire's universe, but it's hard to say. but they're just going to start mashing people together and killing off beloved franchises because they don't give a shit about these franchises anymore. So expect the X-Men from the Fox universe to just all get purged. I mean, there was a lot of hype of seeing Cyclops in his original outfit. Watch him be in that outfit for like 5 minutes after they kill him. Watch as they disrespect all of these previous movies that you love, and now canonically Tobey Maguire, all of his effort to do good for New York, or all of his effort in his personal life and stuff. Everybody's just going to die, and they're all dead now. Their whole universe, the planet's gone. Tobey Maguire's a failure. And expect for you to be really disappointed on what they do to everything, because they don't. This is the attitude that existed in Star Wars, and this is the attitude that they've done in a lot of things. Hey, you remember the classic heroes everybody loved? We're going to destroy them to boost up the new stuff. And they will destroy things you previously loved, like the X-Men movies, just to boost up the newer stuff.
Yep.
And this is what's going to happen long term. And they're going to ruin everything. I'm not convinced Doomsday is going to turn out good. I'm really not. Despite all of the money that they're throwing at, because it's hard to have emotional attachment to something they've already destroyed, and that's the Marvel Universe. It's hard for me to give a crap when you stopped giving me a justification to give a crap. And now you're going to destroy stuff I already love. I care more about Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man universe than I do the current Marvel universe. If you showed up and killed Thor, it would have more weight. Because people actually care about Thor. People kind of remember Tobey Maguire in the nostalgia sense. You know what's a bad thing to do? Kill the characters people have nostalgia for. Like maybe Luke Skywalker.
Yeah.
Like maybe Leia, like maybe Han Solo, or maybe having done this multiple times in other universes. So take these rumors for what they are, but they are going to ruin everything you love in this movie, apparently.
Brilliant. I'm sure that'll work out really well for them.
Yeah, because it worked out with the Luke Skywalker.
Mm-hmm.
When you destroyed people have nostalgia for. Dune Messiah, we'll see. I'm a mix on Denis Villeneuve's Dune universe.
Isn't this one that starts to get weird too?
Yeah.
Yes. It's not Children of Dune yet, but
yeah. But you start getting more of the mysticism in mixed in with the Dune universe than you had before.
Awesome. People are going to love that. I hope they make it to children. I really do.
Yeah, let's get the Worm God going.
All right, let's talk about video games really quickly. We're not going to spend forever on it. As I have to readjust this so that it fits, because everybody formats their website slightly different. All right. We'll only talk about the games that stand out as we're talking about. GTA will be coming out this year, apparently, despite the multiple resets or pushbacks. There's a lot. Look, GTA, right out the gate, it's probably going to sell really well. GTA 5 was just a massive franchise. There are a lot of indicators this thing's going to suck, though. It's leaning into modern current politics. Apparently, they're going to have actual pride parades, which has turned into the meme of, and then you're going to have a lot of people driving through these pride parades.
Yeah.
Yep.
Why set yourself up for that? Why do that? You're just going to have massacres on an epic scale across the internet. Everybody starts shooting up pride parades. You don't want that to happen.
Or they're going to do the thing that Bethesda does, where there's certain ones you just can't kill, and it's going to be that one, which is antithetical to GTA.
Yeah, GTA, you're supposed to be dirtbag criminals.
And be able to do whatever you want. It's a sandbox.
Yeah,
I mean, it's
well,
one of
my
the originals.
expectation is they'll either be invincible like children in Skyrim, or the Pride Parade will be only cutscene. But they described it like the Pride Parade will be an active, like they'll have actual Pride Parades in the game. And it's like, well, then you're going to have the actual people driving actual trucks through actual Pride Parades. And that look, I don't want gay people to die. Clearly, this is going to turn out really horrible on the internet as you encourage people to do inappropriate things that might seem like hate crimes. Don't put yourself in this position. Don't put yourself
What's
in
going
this
to be
position.
what's really going to be funny about this, if it goes through, you're going to get gay people doing it too. Because they're playing it as a game.
Wolverine, I
They're
think
like,
this
I'm
looks...
a scumbag criminal. I'm going to drive through this pride parade.
Wolverine doesn't look like it's going to be good out the gate, considering the people involved.
I was gonna say.
Insomniac is kind of... Look, Miles Morales was okay. Spider-Man 2 was terrible. And Wolverine classically apparently has a lot of Sweet Baby Ink involvement in it.
Oh no.
And that's a huge red flag right there. Right out of the gate.
My biggest
Mark of the
red
Beast.
flag was Spider-Man 2 sucked. What makes you think Insomniac's going to do any good?
Oh.
Terrible game. Spider-Man 2 is so bad. I actually expected to really hate the Miles Morales game, and I found some redeemable things. Spider-Man 2 is way worse than Miles Morales. Miles Morales, though not great, is not remotely as bad as Spider-Man 2. It's just not.
That's surprising.
You're like, whatever. It's like, I've maxed out the trophies on all of those games. Tell me I didn't play it.
Played them.
Fable? Why is Fable even... Everybody's expecting this thing to suck.
Yeah.
You know, there's a possibility it won't, but man, there's some things in there that are just they're too big to ignore. I don't know. I mean, we've talked about it, you and I.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I want it to be good. I do, but it's not gonna be. There's just giant Richard Iowarte is too bad. I mean, that's bad enough as it is. And then there's everything else on top of it.
Leans into grounded British humor inspired by shows like Peep Show and the IT Crowd. No, thank you.
It's not what Fable is. Oh
No.
my god.
It's not. It's a little goofy.
A little, yeah.
But it's not like comedy.
No.
007 First Light, modernized Bond, it's gonna suck. It's just gonna be bad.
And this is one where, like, IO Interactive, oh, Hitman, hey, that should work out. And then you see everything else that you like that they've released about it. And it's like, oh my god, this is a nightmare.
Yeah, this is
What are
going to
you
be another
doing?
failure. Hey, everybody, there's a deep love of Bond. We want to see Bond come back in this spy thriller. Oh, by the way, we're going to do everything that indicates that we're not going to do the franchise honor, and we're going to lean
do
into
Bond Jr.
weird modern politics or something. It's like, oh, okay, well, then it's going to suck. Well, like, why even bring it back? Why even try? Why
Just
even make this
reskin
game?
Hitman. Just reskin Hitman.
Yeah, whatever. Why even make this game? You're just wasting everyone's time.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's baffling. Completely baffling.
Wasting our time and your money.
Mario Tennis Fever. I recall the previous Mario Tennis games to be real fun. Wasn't that a Wii game?
I don't know.
Mm.
Oh,
GameCube.
your order is
Yeah,
different
I
than mine.
think
That's
so.
funny.
I think it was GameCube. Anyway. We got a Halloween game coming.
Hey, kids, remember when they did Friday the 13th? You can still play that, right? Oh, wait, no. Can't play that no more. They lost the license. Don't buy
Oh,
this.
wow.
Yeah, don't mind
Mario
it.
Tennis first started on 64.
Directive 8020. I have no idea. I don't
Yeah.
know any.
Don't
A
know
couch
nothing.
co-op and online multiplayer.
Oh, that's interesting.
Survival horror. Maybe.
Yeah.
Uh,
Oh,
Ross is kind of interested in E-Day.
yeah. I mean, well, one of the marks of the beast is it's not had a strong release date mentioned yet.
Yeah.
And it's been mentioned a few times now, so like the game itself is mentioned a few times with no release date, so concerning. But I like the setting. I like the E-Day setting for Gears of War. I'm really I hope it's good. We'll see.
Ross is a dreamer. Sinking City 2, which is funny because of all of the drama around Sinking City 1, despite it being good or doing well.
Yeah. Yeah, let's apologize for things the long dead author said. Anyway.
We're making a game in the
Fools.
Lovecraftian universe. Also, we're sorry he was kind of racist like over 100 years ago or whatever.
We're also sorry that he had a hilariously named black cat. But anyway.
Marvel 1943, don't know anything about it, but on the art for it, it is 3 black people and Captain America.
Wait, really? I didn't even see that.
Yeah, there's a black lady, Black Panther, and the Black Soldier. And
They'll
Captain
blend right
America.
into Nazi-occupied Paris. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll work.
All right.
Yoshi and the Mysterious Book, probably fun.
Sure.
Nintendo first-party stuff is always fun.
Yeah.
Pokemon Pokopia.
Pococopia. You play as a Ditto. Oh.
Disguised
A
as a
Ditto-
human while you craft
Oh my
build
god.
and then shape an entire
Ooh.
world. Maybe get married as a Ditto and have
That's
mutant
horrifying.
offspring.
That is horrifying. Oh my god.
This looks like a farming game, but Pokemon.
Animal Crossing.
Yeah. Resident Evil Requiem, there's hope surrounding this game. Probably misplaced, but we'll see how that game plays out.
Yeah, we'll see. The last ones have done alright, but we'll see.
Everybody hopes Lego Batman's the big banger Lego game that we have been missing.
Yeah. I wouldn't hold my breath.
Because it's basically an Arkham game, but it's Legos.
Wouldn't hold my breath.
Tomb Raider's Legacy of Atlantis.
Oh.
Reimagines the 1996 classic with expanded puzzle
Yeah.
solving. It's like a remake. Crimson Desert, no idea. These are apparently voted by people as the top interested ones. Blood of Dawnwalker?
Yeah, these are former CD Projekt Red people.
Oh.
It looks pretty good.
Code Vein 2. Neo 3. Apparently Neo 3 kind of changes up the mechanics of the original first Neo games. I'm going to be honest, I haven't really finished the first 2 Neo games, though I own them. I would play Neo 3. I quite like Neo. But it just... I haven't looked at it because it's hard to get hyped for a game that it's like, I've got other 2 to play.
Yeah.
Fatal Frame 2. This is a silver game.
Yeah.
The Crimson Butterfly
Oh my gosh,
remake.
remake.
Yep. She likes to take pictures of spooky people.
The spooky people.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, I'm gonna have because normally I'm a big poo-pooer on remakes.
Yeah.
That one makes more sense because I think they haven't really done re-releases on those as far
No.
as like on digital storefronts. So fair enough.
We got a whole Onimusha new game that's kind of reimagining it. It's using the RE engine. We'll have to see. I played the original Onimusha back in the day. We'll see.
Yeah, I hope it's good. I'm interested.
It looks like Halo Combat Campaign Evolved is going to suck.
Boo! Boo! This game's gonna suck. Don't spend money on it. The art already looks terrible. If you buy this, you're a fucking moron. And you know why? You can get the fucking the Master Chief Collection right now, and it's got this game and 2 and 3 and Reach and ODST and 4. Why would you buy this? And it's just the campaign. There's no multiplayer. You're a fucking idiot if you buy this. You're gonna have an uglier game. Just for more money. Stupid. This is the stupidest thing. And Halo Studios, formerly known as 343, like, you can try and wear a different skin suit. I know who the fuck you are. You're still this trash company that's made 3 god-awful Halo games. Stop it. Anyway.
Moving on.
How's it feel, Steve?
Star Wars Zero Company. Star Wars. It's a turn-based tactics game
Oh, so it's XCOM.
set at the end of Clone Wars.
I'm actually interested.
We'll see. I'm a tactics guy. Fire Emblem Fortunes Weave, Kingdom Hearts 4. Yeah, we'll see.
my god.
We'll
What?
see. We'll see. Dusk Bloods, Subnautica 2, The Occultist, Marathon, John Carpenter's Toxic Commando, Phantom Blade Zero. Mouse PI is
Marathon.
probably one of the more hyped.
How is Marathon... maybe my list is different than yours.
It just
I
says
think yours is at a
2026.
different point than mine. Yeah, how's Marathon this high up?
I don't know.
Anyway, sorry, just...
Pragmata, that thing has been in development forever.
Yeah.
Forever. Dune Awakening, Slay the Spire. High on Life 2 should be out real soon. I don't know. Nothing really looking towards the future is standing out for me in movies and games. There's maybes.
Yeah.
And honestly, my biggest grievance is the biggest tentpole stuff that's supposed to be coming. I'm like, I don't know, Doomsday, The Odyssey. I'm concerned for the future of where things are going.
Yeah.
Not like this is a surprise to anyone who listens to this podcast. Hollywood needs a big, successful year. And I don't know if they're going to get it. And gaming needs big, successful games. I mean,
Yes.
this last generation's been a wet fart in video games.
Of the highest order. I mean, so wet that it turned in, it's almost, they're going to shit their pants. Like, it's on the verge. I don't, it's almost indistinguishable from the previous generation. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like PS4 and 5, I mean, it's the same thing. Whatever. Xbox One, Series X, no, whatever. I mean, because there's no distinctive games.
But at least the PS4 had distinctive big bangers, and at least
Yeah, well, some of the most played games on PS5 are PS4 exclusives.
yeah. Same with the
bad.
Series X, the previous generation stuff.
Yeah, it's just, these are all not good signs.
I still stand by the Starfield had to be a hugely, amazingly good game, and it wasn't.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
it hurt Xbox. It really did.
I mean, just real briefly, I mean, has any of the acquisitions that Microsoft made for Xbox
Paid
been
off?
a good thing? Yeah, has it paid off for them at all?
That's a good question.
Because anything I can think of off the top of my head is no.
But you could say that for places like EA. It's like, with the amount of buying that they did it ever pay off?
Yeah. I don't know. Because the Bethesda game didn't take off. None of the Obsidian ones have taken off.
Halo hasn't taken off after Microsoft bought it.
No. Well, yeah, like after Bungie left it, no. At all.
And Bungie hasn't been the same since.
Yeah, now Bungie's working itself into a grave too. So it's
Look,
ridiculous.
here, I want to. Everybody's not allowed to say bad writing, game making, none of the classic talking points that we use. Think about honestly. It feels like something's wrong.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay? Don't pull out of your pocket woke Hollywood or whatever. Tell me why things are failing.
It seems maybe we've talked about this before, but it just seems to me that there's a very strong disconnect between the consumer and the
Okay, we have had this conversation, and it's a fair point. It sounds a little talking pointy. Is it really a disconnect when they're coming out with a movie and everything they're being told is this is going to be really successful and it doesn't work?
Well, what I was going for was that it's like they are not listening to the market forces. They're not listening to they're just listening to yes men and other people like themselves rather than listening to the market that should be dictating what they're doing.
Still a good point, but
sometimes maybe they're.
I think we're going down the same route we've gone down. There's got to be some through line we're missing.
Maybe.
We're going to solve this right now. What are we missing? Because there are people who make meaningful efforts to create something that they think people will like, and then it doesn't work. I'm
Right.
more than willing to grant them the honesty of they believe they're making something that's going to connect with audiences, and then it doesn't. There has to be something wrong, inherently wrong, in how
But
they're approaching stuff.
Is it that they are being told that it will connect with audiences and believing the people that are telling them?
I've heard
And
that. I've
not
heard
actually
that
and
they're
not
getting.
actually checking?
Yes, I think that's also a factor. One thing I just considered sitting here listening to this. I mean, let's say video games or
Mhm.
movies or whatever. Is it possible? I'm not entirely sure if I believe. Is it possible the audiences have changed?
I would say, based on the fact that they're failing, no.
Really? Because they do stuff to
Doesn't
pander to the
audience.
audiences all the time.
Well, I don't know. It
Mm.
just doesn't feel like they are pandering to the audiences
Oh,
anymore.
they are. I mean, the hey, we're going to come out with the multiple sequel trilogy, whatever. Hey, you love
Yeah.
Indiana Jones? We're going to make Indiana Jones. Hey, you love Star
Right.
Wars? We're making more Star Wars. And then
Hey,
they
you like
fail.
Fallout?
Now,
We're gonna key
we
jingle Fallout.
Fallout's a key jingle. Now, I would say they understand that they're not connecting with audiences and they're trying to do repeats. And then when they do these repeats, or they use classic franchises, then they ruin those because they have a fundamental misunderstanding of why they like it. They just think that they can key jingle Indiana Jones at your face and that you'll just like it. But there's got to be
Right.
something deeper than just what we've talked about before. And it feels like there's some odd going on. That there's maybe just, I guess, the disconnect between the creators and the audience. We want good stuff. Like, I really like good games. I really like good
Yeah,
movies.
obviously.
Um,
So,
I just
what if we look?
I'm worried about going down the same talking points we've had before.
Right. Um, and you are correct in that in some ways they are listening, but it seems to end at the point where they announce we're doing X in Y universe. You know what I mean? It's like we're coming out with a new Indiana Jones movie. We're coming out with a new Star Wars movie. We're coming out with a um whatever it happens to be. And that's as far as the listening goes. They're like, obviously, you guys want an Indiana Jones movie, but they don't delve into what, like you said, they don't delve into what makes the Indiana Jones movies successful in the past, what has worked in the past, and it feels like somebody is telling them, no, 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 this will work. This story that you're setting up will work. It'll be great. Everybody will love it. Um, but obviously, based on the fact that they've failed in almost every respect, whoever that yes man is, or whoever those yes men are, it feels like they're doing it for political motives or personal motives, as opposed to give the customer what they want.
Okay, all of this is true. We're now doing the same conversation we've had before. Ross, explain to me why the last 3 Halos didn't work.
I'll have to use words you won't let me use. So, here's one that won't. It's made by people who don't like Halo. There you go.
Okay, well, I guarantee you I've seen clips of people talk about those games, and they definitely felt passionate and thought that they were making good games. Why didn't it work?
Sure. Yeah, I'm sure they thought they were making a good game, but then they also were specifically hired because they didn't like Halo.
Why were
So-
they hired? Because they didn't like Halo.
That was the well. We want to try something new,
Okay.
and
So here we have the danger of a already established franchise. The need to do a new fresh story in that same universe and the need to create something that's familiar to the previous audience.
Mhm.
Okay? So how do you do both?
Well, there's nothing that says you can't do a new story in that set in that universe.
Well, I didn't say that.
I know. You were saying that they're trying to do something new in that universe, and it almost seems like you are asking, um, that you're saying that there's a they can either do something new in that universe, or they can do something good in that universe, and it can't be both.
That's not what I said, because my implication is they think that if they just keep redoing the same thing to try and patter to audiences, that it won't be good. That'll just be mediocre, and that when they get a franchise, like they've had Halo, and they've had Halo for 3 games and ODST and whatnot, and it's like, well, we need to take this in a new direction to make it feel fresh, and if we keep doing the same thing we had before, it'll be bad. I don't think it's a choice between making something new and making something good. I think they think it's a choice between making something new and making something stale.
Could be.
And look, Ross, I understand your distaste. I don't hate the last 3 Halos as much as you do, and I understand your distaste for them. But it's like, where would you take the story that wouldn't feel like you're just doing Master Chief killing Covenant again?
Oh, and that's the thing. Like, and I realize everyone wants to be Call of Duty, like in the shooter space.
Sure.
Where you can release yearly, and like, yeah, I mean, you had kind of like back in the day, it was like the Treyarch games versus the Infinity Ward games, right? So there was like a little bit of parallel development, not direct, completely parallel. It was a little off center from each other. But, and I'm listen, if they needed to let it rest for, a few years, I would have been totally happy with that, because that is a risk with Halo. And
Yeah, but they need to earn money. They're a company.
Sure, yeah, and they've not been, I guess, is the problem. They've taken something that made them money, although by the time Reach came out, it was not as good as the last one. Is the problem as far as making money? I mean,
sure.
And so you are already dealing with diminishing return to some degree. So like then you come out with a game that looks worse, plays worse, is worse than the last one, and it's like you're surprised by this. And then as they continue, they will not stick to anything that they've set up from the previous games. Hey, Rhett, and I'm not gonna. This isn't about bad writing. This is just about refusal to have a plan.
Uh-huh.
When you go from 4 to 5, does anything carry over like at all?
No, it's like they're just a whole different thing going on.
And then 5 to Infinity.
Yeah, it's just a whole different story.
Yeah, that's a problem. You can't do that and expect people to want to like keep playing it unless like Call of Duty, unless you're talking about the Black Ops games, or like the actual numbered sequels. Unless you do like hey, yeah, we did the Modern Warfare as well. Now here's Ghosts, here's Infinite War, here's.
To be fair, Cortana falling apart emotionally has been going on for the last 3 games.
Last 4. It was in Halo 3.
Yeah.
It's just like how many times can we do that? And again,
resolve that story.
Yeah, this is the danger of hiring the community website manager as your fucking writer. I mean, it's a huge problem. Frank O'Connor, you fucking hack. Anyway, it's just oh my god. The Halo Reach came out in 2010, and Halo 3 came out in 2012, or Halo 4 rather, came out in 2012, I think. You could have given it a little more time. Nobody would have cared. Because now, I mean, it's hard to look at it and go like, well, they needed to, stay on the ball, get on that. Because it's like, yeah, but now look at Halo. You're so desperate, you're whoring it off to Sony. Like, what's the plan here? What did make you money, and only you money, is now having to be put on the corner like a cheap skank. Like, what's the plan? Well, there was no plan. The plan was, Master Chief helmet and aliens. Cool.
Make some low-cut Master Chief armor to attract some attention from them Sony boys.
Well, it's better than what they've been doing. Jesus.
Silver.
But I don't know.
Silver, you've watched Captain America, the last one, Love and Thunder.
The Last Airbender.
Captain America: Love and Thunder.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, explain to me why that one is bad and the original Thor movies are better.
I forget all of your rules and things I wasn't supposed to say, so I'm just gonna dive in. I don't think they're spending enough time in the writing room, honestly. Seems like they just want to crank out movies to get that
Rushed.
sweet paycheck. Oh yeah, it feels like it. Here's some movies taking forever in the script writing phase. It feels like they hardly spent any time going through thinking of this. I'm pretty sure anyone can flush out a good story if you just spend time on it. A lot of time. And it feels like they're not. It just feels like either they have no clue of what to do and they're just going to jump in without any plan and be like, we'll work it out.
You know what I'm getting from the three of you, at least as a through line? Respect for the previous one when you're making something new.
Mm-hmm.
Not necessarily regurgitate the previous one, but respect for it, like treat it with respect and then make a new story. Because it's like with the Halo games, it's like they forgot everything that happened before. So it's almost like they dishonored it. I mean, look, we've had this conversation a bajillion times, and it's a complex issue that involves more than just writing and creation and stuff. But it's like we're looking down the barrel of 2026, and we're looking at movies where it's like, and we're looking at games when it's like, and it's like, what's happening here? Are audiences becoming more cynical? Are they harder to please? Are studios simply incapable of understanding the audiences or simply incapable of creating good movies, good stories? Are game studios simply incapable of creating new stuff? But then it's like, hey, everybody likes Assassin's Creed. You can make Assassin's Creed for a bajillion years. Just a new story set in a new setting, in a new place in the world with more assassinations. But then they do something like Shadows. And it's like, well, what are you doing? Like, clearly this is a mistake.
No.
And then we get, like, everybody loves Indiana Jones. Hey, do you want Indiana Jones to be kind of shitty and replaced by a girl? No. Hey, how about we write a story where they go back in time to save the Mustache Man? Well, that's a weird story for Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
Hey, you like Star Wars? Well, what if Luke Skywalker's depressed and miserable? Well, that's not Luke Skywalker. Yeah, but what if he's depressed and miserable? I don't know. Hey, how about we make a new Marvel movie where we shit on the Spider-Man everyone loves from the Raimi movies? That's a good decision.
Smart.
Yeah, but you like the Raimi movies. He's going to be in it. You're going to be all hyped for it. Well, not if you shit on him. I'm not going to like that. Hey, you like Thor? How about if he's embarrassing and everybody else is cooler than Thor, and then the girl has his powers and he's not as interesting? Oh. Hey, you like Ant-Man? Well, his daughter's just as cool now. So Ant-Man's no longer special. And also she talks about activism in the movie.
Oh, God. I forgot about that.
How about we throw too much money at a film that doesn't actually generate more money, but somehow does worse? Hey, Joker was really good. Let's throw a lot of money at it. Oh, it's worse now. Hey, people like Marvel movies. Let's throw too much money at the Marvels. Oh, it's really bad now. Hey, everybody loves this video game franchise. Hey, remember Call of Duty? Let's make a really huge Call of Duty. Oh, it's damaging the stock because it's really bad. The future, look, it feels like we're looking down a future. This might be because I realize critiquing stuff on the internet is subject to the fact that we're going to be critical. Critical doesn't mean we have to be negative. I'm so tired of all of this bad garbage coming out. Like, I would really like to talk about stuff I like. I really would. It's like, well, there's some stuff that maybe. Like, I don't know. I want to sit and talk about stuff. You know what's been fun, Ross? Games that I kind of brushed off as probably not being very good or not taking interest in. Me and Ross have been playing through the Far Cry games. I'm finding
yeah.
myself surprised how much I really like 4. You really like
Yeah.
Primal.
Primal's a good game.
And Primal was waved off, and you're like, I kind of really like Primal. I really
No.
like 5. Both of us do
Mm-hmm.
not like 6.
No. No.
And I actually quite enjoy it because it's sort of mixing with the misconceptions of I had this preconceived notion about some of these games, and now we're hitting it, and it's like, you know what? They're not as bad as I might have thought. 6 isn't good, though.
No, God. What a piece of shite.
And it's been fun
Genuinely disappointing.
to get, and there's no guarantee there's going to be a movie. I'm like, oh, this movie looks bad, and I go see it, and it's like, actually, it's good. It's like, it's probably still bad, but it's been fun to play some games. Like, I really quite like 4. I really do. I think the story's quite interesting, and the main character is really interesting in 4. And I'm reaching near the end of it, and I'm like, man, God, remember storytelling?
The far off days.
Just time spent developing a character, giving him interesting stuff to do, like fleshing out the universe. I like the setting. It's in like kind of Nepal. It's just, yeah. I'm disheartened by the future, and especially Xbox. Xbox doesn't look too good.
Oh, it's looking rough. I am so sad, but I am afeared, Rhett. It may need to go. It's probably gonna go.
This feels similar to when I saw the Dreamcast going down. I was like, Sega, because I was a Sega kid. Everybody was Nintendo, but I was edgier. I was cooler. I was a Sonic boy. I played Sega back in the day, and everybody had their Super Nintendo. Ooh, Mario, cutesy, whatever. Sonic's freaking badass. He's running real fast. Sega had Tood.
Yeah, he did. 90s dude.
Our version of Mortal Kombat had blood in it. The Super Nintendo version, it was green, and you had to put in a code to see the blood.
Yeah, because you're dorks.
Because you're dorks. Yeah, well, my leather jacket wearing days are over because Sega's down. Now now they're a publisher on games that Creative Assembly makes.
Oh.
Sometimes
And
Sonic
they also
shows
make
up at
pachinko games.
They make pachinko games. Sometimes Sonic shows up at the Winter Olympics or whatever.
Yeah.
'Cause he's got nothing better to do.
Not really, no, he doesn't. Yeah.
And Xbox feels like that. Now, Xbox could pull something out, but here's the thing. You really have to pull out something special. You got to have some devastating banger that just earth-shattering.
That's crazy good.
Earth-shatter. Everybody has to buy your console to get this thing. And then Sony is going to have to fall on its face at the exact same moment.
I somehow don't think that will happen, Red. Just a guess.
Yeah. All right.